I had some pretty big plans this Halloween for making a truly show-stopping display of a life-size Pokemon. Now, I think the pretty obvious choice for a really popular, really show-stopping life-size Pokemon for Halloween is Gengar. So that's what I did. We're going with a Gengar. Now, hopefully, by the time you're seeing this, I have figured out a way to make it stand and look really impressive. As of right now, we've got some work to do today. So I've already done the hard part, easy part. I've already done the first part, which is actually crocheting the Gengar. It's like a skin at the moment, but it's basically done. I've got a few more details to add, but the majority of it is done. So what we need to do now is give it that structure so it actually stands up and make some kind of mechanism so that it can have the super secret interactive feature I have planned, which is sticking its tongue out, basically. Classic Gengar needs to be able to spit its tongue out at you in order for me to be happy that it's truly show-stopping. So, I have some ideas. I don't know if they're gonna work. I am no engineer, but I did marry one. So at the very least, the basement is a pretty good workshop. So I think we're gonna start there. And just so you know, this already weighs about 20 pounds on its own. Gengar is about a 5-foot tall Pokemon. So it's a lot to work with. It's unruly is the word I've been going with so far. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us. So the general sort of concept is that Gengar will have a bit of a skeletal framework inside it to give it that upright standing structure. And in the middle will be some sort of box that can contain the tongue and whatever sort of mechanism we figure out here today. We're trying to keep it pretty simple. So the basic concept is that box will have a closed door with something that can stick right out the side of the Gengar to make it accessible for whoever's on the outside operating it. And with a turn, this will flip up. And once it's out of the way, the tongue is free to roll out. Now, there's a few problems here. Obviously, this prototype was not strong enough to do this. I'm hoping that the concept is sound and just by using better materials we'll be able to achieve it, because the main failure point is that when it's off camera. When I twist my oh so fancy system up here of janky duct tape, it actually tends to just like pull off the tape and disconnect, as opposed to being fixed and moving the flap. So that's the flaw in this plan so far. It's a flaw in the prototype. The concept did generally work on a smaller scale, like baby prototype. So I'm gonna try and build this out of better materials and we'll see what happens. The main thing is that opening the door is one thing, but opening against the resistance of this rolled up tongue does take a fair bit of force, and so it's a lot of torque to be turning, but it's the idea that I've got right now, so we're gonna try it. Okay, so I made, okay, I'm excited, and can you tell? This is the like hinge flap. So obviously I don't have a whole box yet, but this is the mechanism that's gonna goes. Honestly, it works so much better than I even thought it was going to. Like, I didn't even have the most faith in this plan. It was just the best plan I could come up with. But now I actually have so much faith, and like I tested it with the tongue to see, like, with the extra weight, can I push it back? And I can. Whoop, don't knock over the whole camera. So I'm actually feeling very optimistic about this all of a sudden. Only problem being that well, that's also a problem. See, first problem is that this ripped off. But I thought these boards would be a good top and bottom for my box. Turns out I mismeasured. They're actually not big enough. Aside from the fact that it also ripped because I guess I screwed this too close to the edge. There we go. Ta-da! This is going to require a trip to some hardware store or another. I will go and I will get some, I don't know, like regular old wood, probably, I guess. I don't know. But this part works, which was, yeah, the part that I was most worried about. So I think as long as I can secure this to a box, we should be in business, I think. But yeah, I guess it's time for an errand. Okay, we got new wood to be the top and bottom of the box, and we got some more square dowel things to be the side pillars of this box. Let's build it. Okay, it got dark out, but that's okay because we had lights on. We persevered. Look at the beauty. It like, oh, it is a box. It opens. Like, I'm not out here trying to pretend that this isn't janky as heck. Okay, I am not a woodworker. It's the first time I've done something like this. I didn't think it was gonna work this good. So this is a win and we're excited about it. And yeah, might call it a night. I kind of want to put it inside the Gengar, but there's more steps involved in that process. I'll play around with it a little bit, but I think I'll check back in tomorrow morning for an update. Okay, so as it turns out, the box that we finally finished making last night was actually too big. I did a lot of measuring dimensions of the box and the tongue that would go in the box and all of that. Not so much cross-referencing that to the actual Gengar skin I made. So, didn't really fit. So we cut off a bunch. Cut about that much off the back of the box. So it is now a much smaller box. So this should be a much better fit. And the other nifty thing is these doodads here. So this is something that is like a 3D printed piece that can fit a PVC pipe in it, so that we essentially have legs for Gengar for this box to sit on, and that's how it's all going to come together into like a full framework. So I have another side for the other end of the pipe that is another like foot base kind of thingy. These were lovingly designed by my dear friend Captain Steele, so shout outs to him. And yes, so I think it is like ready to assemble now. That's the plan. Gonna head inside and try and put her together. Okay, so this is the full structure standing on its two legs. Still got our flappy door. It is not the most stable, but it stands. And once it's like inside the Gengar and everything, Gengar has a tail which acts as kind of like a tripod point. So I think it's gonna be fine. All we need to do now is dress it in the Gengar skin back here. Oh, and I also got some foam blocks here that are going to sit on top to help give some structure to Gengar's head, because up to here, plenty of structure. That's good, that's like the top of the mouth, but support for like the actual rest of the head is also important. Also important. Okay, so all things considered, I am very happy with how this is looking. The bigger the project, the more kind of blind I am freestyling a pattern, and you never know how it's going to turn out. But the shape of this actually looks pretty good. The box mechanism fits quite well now. I'm getting kind of excited. I think this is going to come together. So now all we need to do is start adding features to make it more of a Gengar, less of an Among Us. Okay, so whole thing's really coming together. It's got a face now, it's got ears, it's got arms, it's got all the things. The biggest problem is just obviously this gaping of the mouth, and the fact that if we twist this, the mouth is not attached yet. So the plan is to drill some holes into that flap that's in there, like actually the box itself, and then we're going to be able to just stitch our crochet onto the box. We're going to sew it on. Okay, here it is. It's looking pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with how it's looking. I'm pretty excited about it. Small thing is that now that the teeth are finished, they look a lot better, but there's so much extra padding and fluff that it's having a hard time getting the tongue to actually roll out anymore. Before it was just, you know, clean, crisp piece of wood. It was shorter, so now it's got all this extra padding down here, so we're having trouble getting the tongue to actually just roll out on its own. So there's a new system. You open up the teeth, and then we've got a pull string, and you pull the tongue out. Now, originally I did kind of have my heart set on more of a automated Gengar rolls out its own tongue thing, but I think this is actually going to be kind of nice. It's a bit more interactive for like the trick-or-treater kids to come to our house tonight to actually be able to like pull the tongue out themselves. I think it's all still pretty good. So with that, I think we're about ready for tonight.